Hey everyone, Sunrise Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 7th episode of the second season of 100 Girlfriends. Now, last episode we kind of wrapped up things with our current girlfriend, Stoiku, and her baseball thing, and it all went pretty well for the most part. Ups and downs for sure. Some tears were shed, some uniforms got dirty, but you know, we won. We Everyone's gonna be on pretty good terms by the end of it. We were eating food together. It was it was a good time. But this episode, I assume, I believe, I hope that we will be getting a new girl. Probably the Ojo-sama looking one. The blonde Ojo-sama we get in the opening and stuff. So because I think that's the only one we have left. Maybe there's one more that I'm not thinking of, but I do know that one for sure. So maybe that will be the one we'll get. We'll see. But if we do get an Ojo-sama character, she better end her sentence with a Desuwa. Otherwise, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. So let's just jump on in. Yeah, it would probably help if I don't have the cord like making it impossible to press certain buttons. But I got that taken care of, so we can actually jump into it now. So let's do that. Three, two, one, play. That was not exactly my smoothest intro, but like always, we roll with it. Everything's fine, guys. There's our man. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I really should keep track of where we're at, number wise. And I think that's her. She is quite sparkly, quite beautiful. Got hair for days. Right at the start, yeah, wasted no time. Let's go. Then there's her and her guy that she looked like she could crush with those pelvic thrusts. Oh, they teased me. Damn it. This is okay too. Karaoke with the girls. Is Kurumi eating? Of course she is. A very quiet clapping. Sasuga, Shizuka. I feel like a lot and very little happened in the first 30 seconds there. And yeah, my cat's on my lap. You probably noticed, but he kind of jumped up there, I don't know, 10 seconds into my intro. Yeah, Tsundere Princess. 2 hours later, yeah, that's her. Like, hopefully I'm not jumping to conclusions calling her no Joe Sama character, but it's what she looks like, right? Oh yeah, I think there is maybe one more girl aside from her. She doesn't stand out as much, obviously. But yeah. And others. That's meant to hold up my microphone. It's not meant to scratch you. Just seeing Kurumi power stancing two manga meet like that, dual wielding. Oh, we're actually gonna get some singing. Oh, she almost grabbed me. I got a little bit doki doki from that. Okay. I guess we can't give everyone a bunch of time when we have so many to go through. Sasageruwa. A crotch shot was entirely necessary. Ooh, very nice swirl. She's really into it with the choreography. Okay. Uh, was there? I was so confused. Thought she had a third hand, but okay. That was something. Appreciate the creativity. She's getting pretty into it too. It's almost like everyone's doing an audition for Rentaro. The polar opposite, no choreography. I didn't recognize her for a second without the maid outfit. Can you even sing? Everyone's just having so much fun. Meanwhile, she's a. Oh, it's so soft, but it's so soul healing. How did you overhear that? Why do you have to keep rubbing your head on it? A singing function. Yeah, I mean, I guess that is kind of a thing. Man, could you actually imagine her singing in front of everyone? Disastrous. I don't think so. I wouldn't say that. Everyone would love to hear you sing. Yeah. Hand holding. That would be cool. My voice. Eventually, there's gonna be too much of us to fit in a karaoke booth. Like, eventually, we're gonna have to schedule off days, like break up into squads and each have a different day with Rentaro. She's raising her hand. The drilling. Oh, she looks so adorable. Let's go. It's so soft. It's too much. Too much to handle. Oh, goddamn. It's too late for her. There's a pulse of energy. We're shown in battle anime again. With a butt smack. Smack it good. There we go. Bam! Oh, oh, man, that even a reverse card. And that was a well played. Meanwhile, just gentle singing up front with all this violence and chaos. We lost another one. The face, man, the face is what does it. It's like she has her amp at max with her gentle singing. It's one hell of a windy day. How much can you take? I think she's about to. No, maybe she can tank it. I think she's seeing the universe right now. And the universe says she's a good job. Is it? I think there would be more Karane in Hahari's world. Ooh, and there she goes. We lost another one. As soon as I saw that. Every single one of you. That Karane butt, though. It just keeps going. Bam! I forgot, how many do we have left standing? This. What? Is she almost done? Yeah, the little tiptoe thing she does is really cute. Oof. And there goes the medicine too. I can't believe how long they're spending on this. Use me as your meat shield. No. Not sure how we went there, but but I agree. Mine. Yeah, I heard it too. Well, well. I'm the last one standing. Oh no, I think she just went Kaioken times two. Damn, it's too much even for her. As you have a pile of waifus over there. Imagine a staff member walks in like, what the heck did you do to all these women? Do I want to know? Can it be my turn next? Like, how much stamina do you have, man? That pile of girlfriends is just so hilarious. But anyway, I should pay attention to what's happening now. Yeah, that would just be absolutely way too rude. I love you always. Oh, okay. He's so supportive. You know the author's favorite is Shizuka when she gets an entire session of singing when everybody else had like 5 to 10 seconds. That is so goddamn wholesome. That might be a thumbnail right there. Actually, I can't say that. There's a lot of good shots here. Bam. We're not going to be invited back. Well, who is this random person with a mosaic? Might be a reference I don't get. Was that Rentaro? Can you just do that? No. Yeah, I'm not sure about the physics on that, but if it works, it works. I think I have to let my cat out. Oh, there she is. Desu Desuwa, she does it. They did not disappoint. I don't know why I expected anything less from this masterpiece. Yeah, very haughty. Very arrogant. Sasuke Hojo-sama. And she's got money too, so she can definitely finance a lot of our endeavors with the girls. I like how the blush went from 0 to 100 in like a second. Like a binary thing. I will rejoice, Emi Yashiro. A second year. Oh, Hana no Mitsu University High School. Utsukushi Sugi. Obviously, I know what that means. What was the other part, Mimi? I spent so long trying to read the first part of the name. But Utsukushi Sugiru, like, yeah, too beautiful. That one's pretty simple. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Thank you, Rentaro. Of course, she has a mirror with her at all times. Yeah, we really should get you some new threads, man. Okay. Okay. So what do we got? Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, complete transformation. Are you sure we didn't turn him into a ghoul? No, no, Mita. Utsukushi. A lot of yenis. Okay. That is indeed a lot. Yeah, you better pay for this, rich girl. Nah, man, you gotta... You have a lot of girls to support, man. You can't just blow money on this. Chew, chew. Some really cute chewing sounds. And swallow. That's right, you better swallow. We already have a glutton in the group. You can't overlap her character. Might be a bit of an exaggeration. Anpanma, that name sounds familiar. I mean, yeah, I don't disagree. I almost want to Utsukushi counter every time as they say I take a drink. Can we do that? Desuwa? Utsukushi kawaii is there really a difference? Sekaiichi. That freaking name. Currently. Okay. Gonna get some backstory here. I don't think so. I was about to say, who is that? She looks kind of important. What is the deal over here? She can totally hear you. You talking smack about my newest girlfriend? Just throwing references left and right, are we? Movies that I should probably watch at some point. Okay. So she is like a working girl. How classy. Oh, Jojo-sama, yeah. Oh, Jojo-sama Kucho? I think that's the name. The other word. So literally just all like a self-taught Ucho-sama between the talking and the money acquisition. Like it's all earned to try to play the role is my takeaway. Like a fake Ojo-sama. I love it. He almost looks like the protagonist of a different anime. What an evil look. Oh, he's gonna spill it on her. Oh, those are fighting actions right there. Don't you dare. Block it, Karashi-kun. King of Karashi. Although his clothes are expensive too, but it's better. Literally, White. Yeah, beat him up. Man, some security that's actually on the ball. You love to see it. Ah, it's such a mess. I couldn't let him make a mess of you. When you're a professional boyfriend like me, this kind of comes naturally. Oh, dumbass. That's some straight up... I was about to say, that's straight up karma right there. They're way ahead of me. I would have let him fall, but he's too much of a white knight. Too much of a good guy. The more I see him in this new outfit and hair, like, the more it grows on me. Yeah, just because you're an asshole doesn't mean I have to be. Swoon. Kyun. Doki Doki. Karashi of Karaman Karashi. Maybe he'll put on a skirt and become the next girlfriend. That would be something if one of the girlfriends was like a trap. I don't think they would do that, but I'd be okay with that. As long as, it's a convincing trap, that's always a prerequisite for me. And there it is. Like, you can't not fall in love after all that. Now we have about a dozen or so other girls to introduce you to. You gotta get along with all of them. 9, okay. Thank you for giving me the number. Oh, that's not a joke. I'm just that good. Is that including or excluding me? I don't think it makes much of a difference at that point. But that's funny. I guess being number 10, the start of the double digits, is pretty cool. That was so funny. Does that include or not include me? There's a couple of them. Shizuka looks so happy to see him. Love this show. She knows her. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, it's a lot of Itsumos. Like, I know beauty is subjective, but, like, AI would not be in my top 5 as far as beauty goes in this show. To be blunt. I like how we're just referring to his harem as a community. My eyes are watering a little bit. this harem's not big enough for the two of us. I'm dying. Just kiss and make up, you two. Himari! No. Who is this? Oh, maybe it is Himari. No. I'm talking about a Blue Archive character, by the way. That was so random, but okay. Shut the... Yeah, she literally stood up. I had a feeling the episode was about to end, even though it only felt like we were like 10 minutes into it. God damn it. Touch it. Now, how can I support this weight? And there she is. It's Sugi. Tsugiru. I still just can't believe how much I love this CD. King of Kadashi. I just get so sucked into it every time I watch it. Yeah. Hakari and a meat shield that she'll have babies with. So the plushies, I think they imply that the new girl is the one that makes them, like the last girl, not Ojo-sama. So yeah, that's something to look forward to if we actually in universe get the plushies. But yeah, that was the seventh episode of yeah, 100 Girlfriends season 2. Like the episode file, the numbering is like it's like 19 or whatever because it continues from season 1. But I prefer to do it differently, so I sometimes have to like reallocate the number in my head. But anyway, yeah, that was a good episode. Like I pretty much was on the ball with my guesses. Like we did get Ojo Sama next. She is an Ojo Sama, although I didn't think it was gonna be like a commoner Ojo Sama like oh, I don't want to say Chunibyo kind of Ojo-sama because like kind of like Kobayashi-san Maid Dragon, where we have some one or two characters that are not really maids, but they kind of like role play it essentially, right? Because they admire maids or they want to serve the person that doesn't admire maids, So it reminded me a little bit of that, where when we got the extra context of her working to make that money to have that Ojo-sama ness, as well as reading a book like How to Speak Like an Ojo-sama, so she could get the desuwas down and all that. I do love the grind, the work ethic to become the Ojo-sama because most people they're born into it, they don't appreciate it, where they were like, whereas she saw it, admired it, and fully embraced it to become. Because I like it. I like to think in a meta sense. She wants to enter the Rentaro family, and you have to like look at a job opening. Like, okay, where do we have some empty slots? We have an empty slot for Joe-sama, so I guess I'll just become one of those, so I could become a member of the Rentaro family, right? I like to imagine that was how that went. So. But anyway, talking about the episode itself, we had the karaoke stuff pretty early on after we did a bit of a near miss, is that what they call it, with with Utsukushi Sugiru. At least her name is pretty easy to remember because like my Japanese isn't the best, but some words are pretty deeply ingrained in me, right? Utsukushi, that's one of them. And Sugiru just means like too much of something. Not super literal to the point of like being bad. It's just kind of like a way of saying there's a lot of it. Most of the use cases I've seen at least. So just saying that she's very beautiful, which is that's one hell of a name to give your child. But but I kind of they kept calling her that, so I didn't really get the other part of her name. So I want to look that up real quick. Uh, yeah, Utsukushi Sugiru mi. Me. I don't get that part. Let's see if they can describe the pun on the page. The name me. It sounds so selfish. Me. Me is a word for word beautiful repeated 3 times. Okay. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Me. Because yeah, I know me itself is kind of means that, but yeah, just say it 3 times. Why not? But yeah, the English speakers me happens to sound like me, which plays into how she comes across as being a narcissist. That did come into mind after I had read it again. But yeah, so pretty clever name overall, I would say. Utsukushi. Okay, so it looks like it is just Sugi, not Sugiru. I guess, yeah, it does sound a little bit more like a name when you do it that way. Okay. Utsukushi Sugi. It also rolls off the tongue a little bit better. So, anyway, yeah, before we got to that, though, we had the karaoke stuff, right? And I did not guess initially that it would focus on Shizuka, especially because she doesn't talk. So, the idea of her singing does seem a little bit far-fetched. But inversely, that does kind of make sense why that would be a good chance to focus on her, right? Because for everyone else, it's just another Tuesday, going out singing with the Rentaro family as part of our community, having a good time. And we didn't get a lot of time for each of them to sing, but I like what we got, right? Some of them were very animated with the choreography. Like, I want to say, was it Kurumi and Stoiku that were very animated, I think? But yeah, then we had like AI Nano who there was no attempt at choreography there. She, being an idol is not in her future. Had some drooling from Hahari as expected, but yeah, she's like apparently she has a singing function. I think she mentioned that at some point, and she eventually finally got a chance to go up there and sing, and that was like half the karaoke scene. Like she so monopolized the screen time, but just smacking everyone against the wall one by one. It was so shonen battle anime, like a character powering up, kind of like Dragon Ball Z style, which tracks because we had a pretty hardcore Dragon Ball Z reference in a, I think it was just last episode, but just like sitting there powering up, people with lower power levels fly first, whereas the strong ones, like they hold their ground against it, but as she powers up more and more, as as the stamina starts to wear down, eventually, one by one, bam, they hit the wall. So very, very exciting stuff to watch that. We have May, our maid, trying to defend as best she can, but eventually she succumbs as well. I do want to go back to the Karane and Hakari part, just to make sure I didn't miss anything there. Because we're definitely getting more of that Yuri teasing there. Yeah, I think it was right about here. Kind of, we're the only ones left standing. What do we do? Don't just use me as your meat shield. At this rate, I'll have to have your babies instead of Rentaro-kun's. I do love the I'm a girl part. Because, I mean, I would appreciate her attempting to get her pregnant. It most likely wouldn't work, but it's one of those things where it's worth trying. Like, no matter how many times, hundreds, thousands of times, just try, and maybe someday you can get caught in a, or caught and get you pregnant, like, or get each other pregnant. I'm not too picky. Just it's the attempt that matters, you know. But I do like how she walked into that, like, walked into basically saying that she wants to have Rentaro's babies. And Hakari, being the good friend that she is, made sure to capitalize on that. Like, hey, Rentaro, did you hear that? She wants to pop out a couple of your kids. But yeah, that's definitely one thing they got to talk about at some point. Like, if you have 100 girlfriends, get them all pregnant around the same time, it's 100 plus kids to take care of. Like, could you imagine such a thing? But yeah, the like I said, the pile of girlfriends. Could you imagine having to be at the bottom of that pile? Like, I know none of them weigh too much individually because they're all cute anime girls and not Americans. But like, when you get to be that many, if you're at the bottom, that's a lot of pressure. Oh, that'd be rough. Like, I don't know where our middle schooler is in that group, but she would be one of the smaller ones. Like, Shizuka's not in the group because she's singing, of course. Kusuri, like, I don't know, did she become big form before she fell in there? She might have, but for Kudami, like, she's small, she could definitely get squished. but the pile is just so funny every time I look at it. Like, I can't not look at it, and I can't look at it and not smile. It's just so funny because I just keep imagining someone walking in and just wondering what they missed, right? But anyway, Shizuka eventually had Rentaro withstand the power to go up there and be fully supportive. The duet singing, I think we had some handholding too, as they just sing along with the very Shizuka-esque world design around them, right? And everyone also fell out of the building for some reason. Luckily, Rentaro was able to become a Dragon Ball Z character to rescue them, I guess. But yeah, that entire scene was absolutely crazy. I mean, while Shizuka just stands there and sings in a pretty normal fashion, right, with a very cute look on her face, just having a fun time. Even without all the craziness, like just watching Shizuka was plenty enjoyable, plenty entertaining. But yeah, then we had our second half. Where he got Utsukushi Sugi. And she was very Ojo-sama-esque, right? That haughty, narcissistic kind of stuff, and it works very well for her character because I don't think that overlaps with anyone, right? So, because you have a masochist, we have a shy, quiet girl, Shizuka, tsundere, slut. That's what I'm gonna just call Hakari. Uh, but yeah, I don't think there's any overlapping there. But the next girl, I wonder if she will overlap with Shizuka a little bit because she has the bangs covering the face, so a little bit kind of comes across similarly as like a kind of shy introvert kind of girl. So I don't want to make any, I don't want to prejudge her too much, but from what a little bit I've seen of her in the opening and ED, she looks like she could overlap with Shizuka a little bit, but I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and see how that new girl acclimates to things. But we have a couple episodes before we have to worry about that because, as the pattern goes, next episode we're gonna get more in depth with Utsukushi Sugi. She'll meet the rest of the girls and really truly slide in there and get a kiss at some point, right? And then the next episode we'll get our next girl. So we'll see how things go. She got Rentaro with the full on makeover, not just the threads but also the hair. Got a great chewing face animation for Utsukushi Sugi. I need a nickname for her because that's just too long. Well, what do people call her? Like, is there like an established nickname for her, like in the manga community or whatever? If there is, please let me know because that's too much of a mouthful. But we did have like another girl. I don't think we got a name for her, but some like random purple haired girl on the other table. If she didn't already have a boyfriend, I would assume she was gonna be one of a future girlfriend. But at the same time, maybe that'll be a gimmick for one of the girls. It's like a little bit of an NTR thing, right? Like she has a boyfriend, but the boyfriend's not her soulmate. So when she logs out the Rentaro, she's like, "Oh, you are my, you, you are my true soulmate." Like, uh, so I'm just gonna drop him for you. He's like, "What? How could you do this to me?" He's like, "Well, I'm sorry, but you're not Rentaro, right?" So they could do like a bit of a NTR thing there to add like an extra elements to it. I don't think they'll do that, but it's just an idea that I had. That's what these videos are about, just kind of sharing my thought processes with you guys. The How to Talk Like an Ojo-sama book gets me every time. Kora de Kimi mo Ojo-sama Kucho. Definitely a book worth investing in. But yeah, the dude tried to ruin things, but it ended up just being a chance for Rentaro to show off. So definitely definitely backfired, you could say. But yeah, also when he mentioned the 9 girlfriends, and one of the first things she said was, "Is that including or excluding me?" It's funny because like, does it really matter? Like, is there that much of a difference between a guy having 8 girlfriends and having 9? Like, is one a deal breaker, but one like, okay, I can accept that. Like, if he had 9 girlfriends, like that's a bit of a red flag. No, no, no. But 8, it's a bit of a quirk, but like I can deal with it. It's because it really shouldn't matter at all that makes it so funny. But yeah, I enjoyed that. It's not the deepest joke ever, but I got a real kick out of it personally. And then her like being happy to be number 10. I mean, that is kind of a big deal. Like when you make it double digits, like that's the kind of thing you could brag about to the other girlfriends in the community. And that was another thing, like referring to it as a community. I got a kick out of that as well. Like, it's not wrong. It does kind of beg the question: how many people do you need to qualify as a community? I don't think really that many, but like 10 girlfriends and the boyfriend, I think that would qualify as a community. We need like an HOA and everything. But yeah, that was great. But yeah, the wheelchair part was a little bit random. I want to look at that part again too. Yeah, wondering whether or not she would accept it. And then just because she wasn't in the wheelchair before, but then she rolls on up, stops it, and then stands up. The hair actually, just going with the hair, she almost looks like the one girl from Frieren, one of the girls, like the 2 childhood friend girls. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but one of those 2 girls, the one that did the violence towards the other one. The hair remind me a little bit of that, but the wheelchair mostly made me think of Himari, the character from Blue Archive, when she starts rolling up. But yeah, she stands up out of the wheelchair, had a fancy backdrop and everything. I don't know why she needed to be so over the top dramatic just to accept the challenge, but I guess she's a bit more of a silly girl than I thought she was. Our robotic girl. I mean, I guess she has a sense of humor, an odd sense of humor, but sure, why not? But I'm glad that we've almost got every girl. We almost have every girl. Next one we'll have the complete collection of season 2 at least, but even then, it's like barely scratching the surface. Like what, around 10% of the girlfriends at that point. So, still plenty to go. But like I said, eventually we're gonna have to have that cutoff point where not everyone can hang out with them at the same time, and we're gonna have to separate them off into squads. Like I don't know what that number is, probably around 20, but it'll be funny when we get to that point. Either that, or we're gonna have to be very, very selective on the activities that we do together. Like have to rent out a warehouse to hang out with each other. But anyway, I think I rambled enough, so you can probably end it off here. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.